Welcome back, team. So in our last part, I think we started discussing about this architecture. We started already, and corresponding to that, we understand about the provisioning the components. That's where exactly we are. And also, as part of this process, we have created one resource group and one VNet, which is sitting in the Singapore region. And we divided that VNet into the different subnets, app subnet, ACR subnet, VM subnet. And we have created the VM also in the VM subnet. That's where we are. And let's continue the part from here and we'll try to assess the case today. Okay. All right, team. So fine. So now we need to see, team, how to create an app service and app service plan, especially in the AppNet. Okay. That is what we will see first. Okay. So let's go back here. All right. So firstly, I think let's go to the app service. Go to app service. Create an app service, team. Okay, so what exactly you need to do? We have a resource group called Docker-project. Okay, please select the same thing. I'm just selecting app service -docker. Okay, or Docker-app service or something like that. Okay, please select that. So once you select this particular thing, then you need to select the Docker container. That is must because you are deploying the Docker applications. And specifically, I'm selecting my app service region as Southeast Asia. Please understand. If you refer your architecture, that is where exactly your architecture is talking about. So this one is VNet, which is sitting in the Southeast Asia. This is the East Asia VNet. Okay. So that's where exactly the things are here. So you need to deploy your app service, especially in the Southeast Asia. That's what we are doing now. So once you are selecting this one, then it will create a app service plan automatically. Please try to go with the basic one. Okay. Please always do this one. Okay. Don't go for the premium models and all. And just go for the Docker. And especially this is the default section, which you can always see as part of the app service. You don't need to change anything. It's a default pull only. So you don't need to do anything here. Go for the networking, interesting section. First and foremost thing, how exactly you want to keep your app service. That is very important. Okay. For example, you want to enable the public access or not. So that's the first thing. Okay. I just want to make sure your public access got disabled. All right. So then, how exactly you are allowing the traffic? Yes, I'm allowing the traffic by keeping my app service, especially inside one of the subnet. So just select one subnet, whatever the subnet you have created. Sorry, VNet you created. Please select that one. As part of that virtual network, you need to enable. Now we are just enabling the private endpoints. So once you enable the private endpoints, team. So what exactly the case here is, I believe you just create one private endpoint, app service -docker. Okay, I'm just creating one private endpoint, just or something like that. Okay, I'm just creating -pep or some name pep. So that's the thing exactly I'm just doing, meaning that you are allocating a private IP for your app service. So an IP will be allocated from that app subnet. That's what exactly you're doing. Then go for the subnet. There the section you can see once dedicatedly app subnet. I think you can give that one. And you want to integrate this one to the private DNS zone. Okay, if you want to keep this one at the private DNS, please go ahead, not an issue. So once you're done, especially what happened to the outbound traffic? If you come here, the app service, this is inbound traffic, this is outbound traffic. Outbound traffic needs to be integrated with another VNet. So that's must. But at the moment, I'm not enabling VNet integration because my HK VNet is not ready. This HK VNet is not ready, team. That's why we are not enabling that. So just proceed, and you just proceed this one. Okay, not an issue on the application insights. Just go proceed on the review and create, and finally click on create. So we are creating. You already seen this one since this one got deleted in my account. That's why I'm recreating this one. Okay, so just create this particular app service, team. All right. If you go there and refer our steps, okay? Create an app service plan, app. This is clear. The next one is provisioning ACR into the ACR subnet. So that is very interesting one. So I'm just going here, team. So just go there. There you can see a container registry, okay? You can see the container registry. That's a container registry exactly. You can pick it up. So you can go there. I think I have container registry ready already. I think you can see. Let me see whether it is sitting in the same resource group or not, okay? Yes, it is in the same resource group only. I think confidently you can use this one. Okay, confidently you can use this one. So no worries. Okay, especially one catch here. I believe so these kind of mistakes. Don't do these kind of mistakes, team. Okay, for example, Dockerized SG, it is running in the premium model. Okay, so these kind of things, if you keep these kind of models or something like this, I think it will keep on charge you. Okay, please keep that point in your mind. I told you already about these cases. Okay, always select basic standard. Okay, just go with this kind of selections only, even in your real time also. If that is really needed, then only will prefer the premium is required or not. Okay, All right, team. So I have one container registry already in the same resource group. Okay, so the container registry is already there. I believe I can make use of that one. All right, maybe otherwise for others' benefit also, what I can do, I'm just taking out this one, this particular registry. Let me create another one so that I think you can have a view on the creation part. Okay, I'm just going here. Just go there. Just click on create. Just select your resource group. We have a Docker resource group, right? Please select the Docker resource group, especially the registry name. I think I'm just giving the same resource group name, whatever we just deleted. Sorry, same registry name, whatever we deleted. I'm going with the standard only for now. No need to go for the premium. To be frank, not really required. We will see the cases if really needed to deploy into our app service. Just go for the rate tags and finally go over there and finally click on create. So your ACR is also ready. Alright team, so your app service ready, ACR ready. So I'm just striking off these two things. Okay, what are the items we discussed already? I'm just striking. Okay, fine team. So once this is clear, okay, once this strike through is clear, next I'm just going for the creating a HK VNet and divide into subnet, especially the DB subnet. That is what my next goal. Okay, so to handle this case team, what I need to do, just go to the portal team. Okay, now this is what exactly I'm talking about. Okay, virtual network, select the virtual network. Go there and create a virtual network. I'm just creating one virtual network blindly. So just go there. I'm just selecting this particular thing. A resource group also I'm just giving HK Docker or something like that. HK Docker project. So that is exactly the thing I'm just giving for the Hong Kong region resource group. Okay, not an issue. But you don't need to keep a resource group dedicated for your region. That's really not required because resource group is just a logical connection. Okay. But these resource groups are really helps you in real time for you to just segregate your environments. See, for example, if you take a project team, so what exactly they will do? They will just create a resource group -dev, resource group -UAT, resource group -preprod, resource group -prod, or something like that. See, the resource group is exactly segregating your 4 environments. That kind of techniques are also still available in the market. Okay. Few projects still will use such kind of techniques. So the best use case is you need to use different subscription for different accounts. Different accounts in your company. I discussed this use case already. You can refer our previous videos. Alright. I think Yokesh asked this question. Okay. Alright. So once you are done with this particular thing, next I'm just going for the HK VNet. So that's the thing exactly I'm trying to create. This must be East Asia. Okay. Very clearly telling you this must be in East Asia. Okay. Please do this one. Okay. So once you are done with this thing, the next important thing is I'm just going to the CIDR place. Especially on the CIDR place, I'm just going there. I'm just giving some 10.180.0.0 and followed by I'm just giving just a /22. That's more than enough team. Okay. /24 is enough. Okay. Because only database only. I don't see any other thing here. Okay. Just go there. Sorry. Validation required. Oh, sorry. Just a moment. Okay. So I think something is missed out, especially on the subnet creation. I'm just deleting this one team. So once you delete this particular subnet row, click on this particular add subnet. Okay. Let me make my window. Which is visible what exactly you guys are seeing, so that I can check the lag. Any lag is there? Sorry. Alright team. So once you're here, so I'm just coming here, especially on the name default. Okay. So I'm just giving here db-subnet. Okay. I'm just giving the db-subnet. So once you provided the db-subnet. Okay. Alright. So here I think /24 is okay, but I don't really require to have this /24 for the database, to be frank. Okay. I'm just keeping some /27, 32 is more than enough. Okay, alright, we created one subnet dedicated in the Hong Kong VNet. Very interesting fact, team. Okay, very interesting fact. Your application is sitting in Singapore, your database is sitting in another region. Please understand the combination. Okay, so now we are going to connect 2 region virtual networks. So once this particular HK VNet processing is done, what is our next goal, team? Our next goal here is, see, I've already divided the subnet, DB subnet is already out. The next one is provision the MySQL into HK subnet. Okay. So that there is another target for us, which we need to create a MySQL database. What are the database you are seeing, right? This one we need to create especially in the HK subnet. Okay. All right. So to do this one, just go to the portal and just go there. Simply select MySQL team. Okay. You can select MySQL server, MySQL Flexi server. The benefit with the always Flexi server is which can provide you the best high availability, best zone redundancy, and you can make intra-zone redundancy also. If you recall our initial sessions, I told about This case very clearly flexi case. Okay, so what exactly the flexi is giving the benefit to you? It will give the standby replica which is sitting in the same zone, which can be sit in another zone also. That's a benefit usually. You can refer our previous video. So I don't want to use the existing server. Let me take a new one team, okay, for you. So I'm just going here. There, you just go there, select a resource group. What is the resource group usually you're selecting? We know we need to select the HK Docker project. Please understand. So once you select that one, I'm just taking MySQL hyphen Docker MySQL hyphen Docker hyphen HK. That's the name exactly I'm passing to this particular MySQL database server. E-stage is perfectly alright. Once this is done, I think I'm just keeping this kind of development hobby projects only. I don't want to touch anything on the compute and all. Let it be the cheapest model only. You don't need to worry. The $14, whatever the charge is there, it's okay, no worries. No need to go for high HA and all. Not really needed. Just take one authentication method. Okay, I'm just taking the authentication method. So I'm just passing the authentication passwords. Alright. So once your passwords got matched, oh sorry, I think I gave the correct one only. Just let me double check one more time. Sorry. No, I think below one is wrong. Okay, alright. So passwords matched. I think go for the network. Interesting fact. Please go there and select the private. Okay, that is very important. Please go there and go select the private. So once that is done, there you can go for the subscription section. So see, this is very important. There is a virtual network which is already available in the Hong Kong. So you must select that one for your safety. But I don't see anything here. No? Is it still not yet created? This is not ours. I think it is recommending a new. You can see the bracket new. Bracket new refers to it's a new one team. Okay. I believe it is not reflecting. Just a moment team. Just a moment. So what's the problem here? Let me see. Just go back. So please go to the virtual network, whatever you just created. Okay, so I'm just going here VNet. Okay, I'm just going for the virtual network. HK Docker project. I believe this is the one we just created, right? HK Docker project is the one. I think it got created. Let me double check one small thing here. Which region it's been deployed? It's been deployed East Asia only. Okay, the problem, we already selected East Asia only in database also, right? Is it East Asia or not? East US, that's a mistake, team. It must be East Asia, okay? It must be East Asia, that's why the VNet is not reflecting there. Please understand, okay? So once this is done, I think you don't need to change anything. Everything is fine. You go for the networking. Now it will be reflected, team. Okay, this is what the interesting fact. Awesome. So your database is delegated to the subnet. We already discussed elaborately, especially on this case on the database, deploying into the subnets, how to connect all these things. Okay, you can refer those things. And especially on the subscription private DNS zone, I think you can select a new private DNS zone also. That is your call. That is your call specially. Okay, so I am just selecting the existing private DNS or new, that and all your wish. So whatever the thing, anything is fine. But for your benefit, I'm just creating a new private DNS zone. So your app service has one private DNS zone, your database has one private DNS zone. Please understand. So once this is done, no need to care about the special and the security. You just go with the platform method, whatever the Azure is providing to you already. No need to select any kind of customer managed is not required. Go back to the review and create. Finally, click on create team. Awesome. So you are deploying database into the HK subnet. That's what exactly you achieved at the moment. Okay. All right. So far, really good. Okay. So far, really good. Okay. I'm just holding the FD provisioning because that is not really needed now, because our goal is not to make a connections. Okay. We know we are well aware of the connections. I don't want to focus on the connection now. Let's go there and set up the DevOps team. Okay. Let's go there and set up the DevOps model. That is what we will focus now. Okay. So now team, so whenever you see, okay, register VM as a Azure DevOps agent, please read that one. Register VM as a Azure DevOps agent. That's the first thing. And run the agent as a container, and service connections to be ready for app service and ACR, and create a repo, build pipeline, release pipeline. That's really good. Okay. I'm just separating this particular deployment out of the DevOps model into two parts team. Okay. So first one is with a DevOps agent as a VM without virtual machine. So that's exactly the separations I'm making here. Okay. So what exactly the difference? Okay. Run the agent as a container, and further to that, you will execute the build and release pipelines again. Okay. So actually, you need to proceed with the second approach in real time always. Okay. Second approach is the best utilization, the best optimization. But the first approach is the using a virtual machine only. So that may not be an effective approach, but still it's valid. Okay, but still it's valid. Not if you the team really not aware of the containerization model, they don't know, they don't have the skill set, they can still use the virtual machine approach. Not at all an issue. Okay, not at all a problem. All right, team. So far good. So now what exactly the thing we are doing here is, so once you are here, okay, once you are here, this is option number 1. Okay, this is option 1, this is option 2. Okay, so now if you come to the option 1, okay, I'm just going to the option 1. Now if you come to the option 1, team, so what exactly the thing we need to think about? Okay, let's fix the option 1 now. Okay, so first and foremost thing, team, register a VM as a Azure DevOps agent. This one you are well aware. You're well aware. Okay, let me do that very quickly so that I think you also can understand the agent process if someone has any doubt. Okay, so I believe, if I'm not wrong, team, we have one virtual machine ready, correct? We have one virtual machine ready in the Docker project. This is the Docker-VM now. So there is one thing which is ready already. So I believe what exactly the thing I'm going to do now, especially I'm going to connect to this virtual machine first, because I need to deploy the agent first. Okay, so that part you are well aware. That's why I'll go a little bit fast, because you know how to deploy an agent into a virtual machine, team. So that is the reason. Okay, and especially I believe I missed my I think I missed my I missed my key. Okay, so I think some keys are here. Yeah, awesome. I think I do see some keys are here. That's really good, team. Okay, so what I can do, I believe I can see the key. Okay, I thought I missed the key. That's awesome. Okay, fine. So I'm just going to the terminal, team. Okay, I'm just going for the terminal. Just go for the terminal. There, once you are in the terminal, team, I'm just okay. Sorry, huh? All right, let me zoom in. All right, team. So fine. So I'm just going for the CD desktop. Okay, I'm just going for the CD desktop. So ls, I think you have only, yeah, you have only one item inside. So that's awesome. So I'm just giving the connection ssh-i. You just need to select that particular Docker key, and followed by the username. My username is Azure user always. You know that, Azure user always. And at the rate, you need to give the IP address, team. So this is what my IP address. Okay, just give the IP address. Hit enter. So it will ask you to proceed with these connections or not. So just wait for a while. Oh, is it running or not first? Oh, sorry, it stopped. Okay, that's a problem. So just start the virtual machine first. So once it started, I think we'll go there and we'll deploy the DevOps agent. So we will see the case. We'll see the deployment case directly with the virtual machine first, team. Okay. So what exactly you need to be ready with. Okay. If you know what you need to be ready with, converting that one into a Docker container agent is very easy. Okay, but you should know the basics first. Okay, you should know the basics first. Otherwise, you cannot directly understand that case, team. Okay, you should understand that one first. So, okay, I believe it should be ready by this time. Just a second. Let's go to the terminal. Let's go to the terminal, team. Okay, all right. So I believe, let me try one more time. Yes, please proceed. Okay, so I think permission denied is just giving. Okay, chmod. I just seems to be permissions are too open, so that's why we are just restricting the permissions, team. Okay, so once you give the permission, then you go for the connection. Okay, so once you go for the connection, you are inside the VM. That's really awesome. Okay, once you are in the VM, team, what exactly your job here? Step number 1, you need to make sure your agents are installed inside the virtual machine. That's the first step, right? So that's the first step which you need to take care always. Okay, so then you will go for the repository, build pipeline, release pipeline. That's a straightforward one which I will show you today itself. Okay, all right, team. So fine, so let's go here. Just go for the project settings. Under the project settings, I believe you can go for your agent pools. I'm just creating a new agent pool for you. Especially I'm talking this particular agent pool as a Docker-agent pool. Okay, Docker-agent pool. So once you are here, team, I'm just giving the full permission for all the pipelines. That's really awesome. So once you give the full permission, so Docker-agent pool is there. So now what exactly we need to, where is the Docker-agent? This is what exactly Docker-agent pool. Okay, so just come here, take a new agent. Even this process also you can automate, team. Whatever you're doing, these kind of things, right? Every time you are coming here, you are copying the commands, you are pasting. These are all Linux commands only. All Linux commands you can convert into the shell script, and if you simply apply the shell script, that particular thing will take care of each and everything. Okay, that is what exactly the Docker container will do. The next level we will see that. So all right, You just copy this one, just go back to the terminal, just go there and apply. So I think it got downloaded. That's awesome. Just go for the next command. Okay, sorry, yeah, I think some copy button should be there. No, it's okay. So just go there, make directory and save directory. Okay, that's fine. The next one is you need to just unzip this particular tar file. Okay, whatever the tar file you just downloaded. Okay, then dollar special, sorry, a tilde symbol and slash. Okay, whatever the downloads you have, just give VSTS. Okay, that's awesome. Just hit enter. That's it, team. Okay, so you just extracted everything into your my agent folder. Once that is done, my next goal is just go for the config.sh. Once you clear the config.sh, now what exactly you need to do? Just proceed, accept the terms and conditions. Once you accept the terms and conditions, then it is asking the server URL. Step number 1. What exactly you need to do here, team? So firstly, let me duplicate this one because I need to refer the pad token also during this process. So if you go there you can see, click on this DevOps symbol. There you can see a URL. Copy that URL. Just come here, paste over there. Authentication, it is asking pad for press enter. Just enter. Access token, it is asking, just go here, team. So there I'm just going for the setting symbol. There you can, for the personal access token, just click on that and just take a new token. I'm just giving one token, and especially I'm just taking the full access. That's fine. Just copy this one, just copy this token, team, and just come here and just paste over there. That's awesome, team. So once your personal access, it's trying to establish the connection with your server. Now you know very well that I know what is my Docker agent pool. My Docker agent pool is this particular docker-agent-pool. Okay, docker-agent-pool. Okay, that's exactly the Docker agent pool, and there is a VM already sitting because which you are playing with that, right? That's why it is just saying you want to take the same VM name. Yes, please proceed. So now it is establishing the connection and it is asking the work folder also. So once this is done, then awesome. So everything is awesome, team. And finally, you have only one command left over, which you will run a run.sh, right? That's the only the thing. You know very well that to run this particular run.sh at the background, you simply apply this command. Okay. So whenever you see such kind of cases, I think, see, okay, this is the clue. You can understand one small clue here also, team. Okay. So for example, /run.sh. Okay, let me double check one thing. I believe dot is missing here. Okay, sorry. So I think whatever the command I just created, I think just pasted, I think should be dot must be there. Okay, because you are triggering a shell script. Okay, just press enter. Awesome. So your agent is on. Agent is on. So you just come here, agent will come to online soon. Awesome. So you just prepared. You registered your VM as an agent. So that part is very much clear. Okay. So now you know, team, what is pending now. So once your that particular part is okay, so now the thing is service connections to be ready for your app service and ACR. Okay, let's think about this case also. Okay, service connections. Okay, you know one thing, team, to establish a service connection, okay, you can use one common thing also. Simply you can create a service connection for the resource group, and that service connection will help these two cases. Okay, let's do the same thing, whether it supports or not. First and foremost thing, why we need ACR service connection? Let's understand why we need ACR. Because during the build process, you are pushing an image to the container registry. Since you are pushing an image to the container registry, you need ACR. This connection is going out of DevOps to the portal. So you need it. This connection is going out of DevOps to the portal. You need it. So two things are required. So now we're just going back to the settings. Especially I'm just going for this service connection section. Okay, see, first let's fix the Docker container registry. So whenever you're trying to fix the container registry, take a new service connection. You need to type your container registry, team. So they have a dedicated option here. Okay, it's container registry. Docker container. Docker registry. Please select the Docker registry and click on next. See, it is asking Docker Hub, others, Azure Container Registry. Yes, I want to connect to the Azure Container Registry only. Authentication type, yes, service principal. You select the service principal. Managed identities, we'll see later. So once once you select the service principal, it must ask you the authentication. Okay, if it is not asking, definitely your pop-ups must be blocked. So please allow the pop-ups. Okay, so once you are done with this thing, team, so now what I'm doing, just select the email ID. So I just select the email ID and followed by I'm just selecting the password also. Okay, awesome, team. So once you are done with this activity, now I'm just going further. Okay, I'm just making my authentication, then automatically everything will be picked up. See, it is listing 2 container registries which are sitting in your subscription. So the container registry is Docker SC, ACR SG. That's the correct one. And also I'm just giving Docker hyphen ACR hyphen SP only. So service principal, exactly the same thing we are giving team. Okay. So once you did this particular thing, just give the permission for all the pipelines. So your Docker container service connection is ready. That is clear. What is the next one which you need to make sure as part of your steps? As part of my steps, okay, once your ACR connection is ready, then app service connection also must be ready. Okay, let's think about the app service connection team. So once you're here team, so once you're here, so once you just go to the DevOps portal, create one more connection. I'm just creating one more. So whenever you're going for any kind of application related connections, you simply go to Azure Resource Manager, click on next button. There you can go for the service principal automatic, click on next button. Then again it will ask you to authenticate one more time. Please give your authentication for this one team. So once you provide your authentication, that's more than enough again. So you just need to select your Docker hyphen, what is that? So your resource group, what are the resource group you have? Just wait for a moment team.
Dinesh, little bit, can you just slow down on the service connection? I'm just trying to, why do we have these 2 service connections? Sorry.
You have already listened in the service connection in the previous project, right, Ari? The same thing, no?
No, yeah, but, okay, so do we, okay.
No, because your service connection, one service connection is pointing to the ACR. Another service connection is pointing to the app service.
Okay.
Yeah. See team, okay, one more thing. Okay, sometimes you'll get blocked here. Okay, see, it's keep on loading. Okay, don't wait here. Okay, so meaning that something wrong. You just close and try, because I have noticed this issue quite a number of times already. You just go there and just try one more time, service principal automatic, and try. So actually it should ask you, it should throw a pop-up for you. If it is not asking the pop-up, I believe something is wrong. Okay, something is wrong. Again, it is taking time. Okay, I'm reloading the screen team. Okay, let me do it one more time. Alright, so this one, okay, this one being missed. So I'm just giving the email ID one more time team. Okay, so once you give your whatever the login ID you have, and yeah, so once you provide this particular thing, so then you just need to authenticate yourself. That is enough team. Okay, that is enough. That's the thing exactly we need to do. Okay, all right. So now it will list you all the resource group whatever you have in the subscription. So this is for the subscriptions. We have a subscription which is Docker. We don't need to deploy anything to the database. You don't need to select any service connection to the database. If you refer architecture, is there any connection is going from the DevOps to the database? Nothing. So you don't need to create anything. Okay, so now you just come back here. Especially, I think there is one thing which is going here. The Docker hyphen project. Okay, that is exactly the thing. I'm just going for the same. Docker hyphen project hyphen SG. Okay, something like that. All right, team. You can give this, SC. Okay, I'm just taking the same name. Okay, similar to that, and just give the full permission for the pipelines and click on create. Awesome. So far we have cleared the service connection, the second step. The third step is create a Azure repository. So now again the play with the repository section. Okay, so now what exactly I'm going to do here, team? I have a repository which is ready. Okay, in my Azure DevOps. I'm just going for the repository. I have a lot of examples. Okay, let me take one of the example for you. Okay, so for instance, okay, I can just consider. I can consider some Docker examples also directly. I think I have some examples. So I think these are the React. Just give me a second, team. Okay. Okay, all right, team. So I'm just considering a project here. Okay, let me clean the project. Otherwise, let me do one small activity so that I think you will also get an idea. Okay, let me do one small thing. So I'm just considering one specific to one particular project for you, team. So for example, main project. So one of the repository I'm just considering. Sorry, it's a main project latest repo. Something I'm just considering, team. If you notice this repository, in this repository, first and foremost thing, you know the basic rule. To convert any standalone project to the Dockerized project, what exactly we need to do? We simply need to add a Docker file. That's the basic rule. So this is one of the repository which I am holding for the Spring Boot application. Now I'm just going there. I'm creating one file which is a Docker file. Simple. I'm just creating a Docker file. You can see a lot of examples in the internet for the Docker files. We already evaluated all those things. We understand real level on the Spring Boot Docker files. Okay. I'm just creating one Docker file, whatever is available at the moment. I'm just creating. I'm just pasting the content. This particular content is, you are well aware. You are well aware. So you are taking a base image as OpenJDK. That's a base image. You are just creating some temporary volumes for your project. That's what exactly you are doing. And followed by, you are exposing a port 8080, and you are copying the target jar file as it is. One of the homework I have given to you, the same example. Okay. You need to build the project first, then only your jar file will be available under the target folder. There is a point, there is a catch here. Okay. Please understand. Okay. So once you are done with this thing, team. Okay, just a moment. So once you are done with this particular thing, then you are adding that one to the container as app.jar, and finally you are running that one java-jar app.jar. That's all you are doing, team. Please add this one to your project. So not outside of the project. Okay, small condition here. Please add that particular project here, team. Okay, inside your folder structure. Okay, not outside. Okay, I'm just creating Docker file. Okay, Docker file. So you just create a Docker file with this name. You just inside and just paste the content and just commit this particular thing. Simple. Your Spring Boot project converted to the Dockerizer project. That's all you did now. Okay, that's all. But the problem here is you have some issue here. What exactly the thing? If you notice your Docker file, you are not building on the runtime. You are already expecting a jar file to be there. That is what you are exactly expecting, and the target folder, some jar file must be there. When target folder jar file must be there? When you build an application, then only the target folder will be generated. You know that in React, when you build a React project, then only the build folder will be generated. Agree? In the same way, in Spring Boot also, if you build a Spring Boot application, then only the target folder will be created. The same thing, team. Okay. So the build process is pending here. Okay. Build process is pending. Now what exactly we need to understand? Okay. All right. Now, simply you should understand the process here first. Okay. Let me make you understand about the process. Okay. How exactly the Spring Boot application works. So whatever the source code they have, in that particular source code, especially on the Spring Boot application, a source code followed by the pom.xml will be there. Always, team. If it is a build, if it is a Gradle build, build.gradle will be there. If it is a Maven project, pom.xml will be there. That's the only difference on the project point of view. Once you have the source code ready with you, then what exactly you need to do? You need to have Maven and Java to be installed in your runtime environment. Meaning that, so whatever the VM you are trying to execute here, especially this VM you are trying to execute for a build pipelines, okay, that particular VM must be installed with Maven and Java. Point number one. Okay. Once it is installed with Maven and Java, so what exactly you will do? You will simply apply the command Maven package. If you have noticed one of your Docker file, you have seen this command Maven package. What Maven package will do? If you recall your React.js, npm run build, mvn package, both will do the same thing. Okay, that is front end, this is back end. If it is npm run build, it will create a build folder. If it is a mvn package, it will create a target folder. That's the only difference, team. Okay, now it will create a target folder. Once you have the target folder ready, what exactly the things will be there inside the target folder? Inside the target folder, there is a jar file must be built because of this particular command mvn package. Okay, that is compulsory. So the moment when you apply the command, automatically target folder will be available with a jar file. Okay, this particular name whatever the name, I'm just giving some star.jar file. That star is controlled by your backend developer. Alright, once you have the jar file ready, now my Docker file is in the picture. What my Docker file is doing, my Docker file is referring your jar file which is sitting in your target folder. We are copying that, we are executing that. That is what Docker file is doing. Again, this Docker file build process and the push process, everything you need to do on the same mission. No, whatever the mission you have, you need to do on the same mission. Maven Java build process also, whatever the Maven package which you are doing at the moment, this one also you need to do on the same mission. Okay, so these activities you need to perform on the same mission. That is why, team, that is why always this particular virtual machine must be installed with the softwares Java, Maven, Docker, or the softwares Docker C, Containerization must be installed on top of your virtual machine. If you install these things in your virtual machine, then you can build the project. You can build the project to a jar file. You can build the same thing, that particular jar as an image, and you can push to container registry also. This is exactly the connection team. Okay, so now I'm repeating again. So your source code consisting of source code src plus pom.xml, then followed by, this is the structure, and followed by you need to have the Maven and Java a runtime environment to be available on the virtual machine. Then you will apply the command called mvn package. That's exactly the command you need to apply. Then a target folder with a jar file will be created. Then you will refer the jar file. Then your Docker file will build an image, and it will push that image to the container registry. Exactly this connection. Okay, that's the connection exactly we need to prove. So to prove that, as I already mentioned, we are considering a Java project that is already selected. Okay, we selected our Java project. Awesome. Now, what exactly the things are still pending here? So once you select your Docker project, so what exactly the still pending things here? The pending things are, if you refer this one, you need to log into the VM, you need to install Maven Java. That is one thing pending. Another Docker container, that is another thing pending. Let's install the softwares into the virtual machine. Okay, so install the softwares into the virtual machine. So I'm just going for the Maven installation into Ubuntu. Okay, Ubuntu. Okay, I'm just taking one particular installation. Any installation you can consider. Let me give this link also once it is really clear. Okay, let me double check one thing, team. Okay, is there anything different? So it's very straightforward. I'm just double checking. Just a second. Instead of going further, I have one more link which is ready. Let's see this one also. Okay, let's see this one also. Sorry, I believe this is very straightforward. I believe simply you can apply this one. Okay, simply you can apply this one. That's all. Okay, so now, team, I'm just applying by using sudo commands. I think easily you can install the required things. Okay, I'm just going there, cd, I'm just going for the home folder. I'm just clearing this one. Okay, paste your command, sudo update aptitude modules update. First you are just updating your modules, then go for the sudo app. Sorry, I think I cancelled the process. Let me double check one more time whether it got cancelled or not. Just a second. I think it got interrupted. Okay, one more time please. Okay, awesome. So once you are done, just go for the Maven installation. That's all, team. Proceed is awesome. Everything you will convert later into the Docker container model, which is an automated way. Okay, this is the manual process what we are doing now. Later we'll convert this installation process as an automated approach. That would be exactly the thing you need to use in Realtime also. Okay, so once this is done, then we will go for the Docker C installation. I believe you know the I believe you already know what is that. You already know the Docker C installation document. Okay, okay, I'm just opening the Docker C. So install Docker engine. Okay, I'm just opening this particular thing. So just come here, sorry, install Docker engine. Docker. Yep, this is exactly the link. Okay, this is exactly the link. Okay, you can also refer this. Okay, you know this already because we already went through this process. Okay, all right, team. So once you are done, okay, So let's go back to your terminal. Awesome. Okay, so your Maven installation, that's the command exactly you have applied. So once you install the Maven installation, just apply the command maven-version. That's it. See, it is referring 3.6.3 and Java is already installed in your virtual machine by default. Okay, that is what exactly it will be considered. All right. Otherwise, if you try also, it will also install the same thing because default JDK is the 11 only. It will do the same thing. Okay. If you want, you can give it a try. You will understand. Okay. So now you just go there and followed by just select the default JDK. Default actually they are referring in Ubuntu as 11 only. Okay. So I think it will consider the same thing. That's all exactly you can sense also. All right, team. So once these are the things done, next I'm just going for the Docker container engine. I think I think there is a copy button which is available. I'm just copying the same thing. Okay, let's apply that particular Docker container engine installation here. Team. Just wait for a few seconds. I'll give you time in the end to just raise your questions, team. Okay, just wait for a while. Alright, so once this is done, I think I just pasted the docker c installation commands and all them. Okay. Okay, I believe it's not went through well. Okay, let me try to apply one by one because I don't think so it's really applied well. Okay, let's try it. Awesome. Okay, so once that is done, I believe next you can apply this command. Next one that is also done, then I can go for these two commands. Okay, once those two things are done, next time just this is a single command only. This and all single command. Okay, please understand. Once that is done, just go for the sudo update. Once that is also done, just go for the latest version of installation of Docker C. That is also done. Then you go for the this is the test. Okay, which you are pulling an image and just creating that one as a container. So that was the test. Okay, we did already. So I'm just reapplying one more time. Okay, awesome. Okay, and finally we're just checking that the Docker C is installed on it. That's fantastic. So everything is done. Okay, awesome team. Go back to the architecture, a DevOps model. Installations are done with the virtual machine. Now this is the time to go there and settle our build pipeline. Okay, let's go there to the DevOps. Okay, let's build a new build pipeline, team. Okay, click on the pipeline, and create a new pipeline. Create a new pipeline, team. Okay, and just go for the classic editor for now. Okay, we'll see the YAMLs later. Okay, so once you are here, I think this is exactly the repository. Just go there and continue and click on the empty job. Everything is empty. Take an empty one. Okay, and finally I'm just saving. Okay, I'm just giving the name here as docker hyphen project. Okay, I'm just giving the name as docker hyphen project. Okay, project. Okay, that's the thing exactly I'm just giving. Okay, so fine, team. So I believe for our better reference, I think I'm just giving Java. Okay, so that you will understand. Awesome, team. Once you are done, agent, first settle the agent. Our agent is a docker. Our agent is a docker agent pool. Please settle that one. Awesome, it got settled already. Okay, save. So not draft. I think it got saved as a draft. Okay, just a moment. So I think you can see all your drafts. Okay, fine. Okay, you can click on the publish draft, and then it will turn to the normal face on the time. Okay, it's just simple draft, saving as a draft. Step number 1, you need to go there and you need to build the project. That's I think exactly I'm just stressing you. Come here. You need to build this one. Then only target folder Java will be created. Okay. So now you just come back to the Docker project. So Maven pom.xml I consider. You need to point where exactly your pom is sitting. My pom is sitting inside this particular folder. There my pom is sitting. Please select. If you recall, React project, you selected package.json. Hope you remember that. Similarly, you need to select pom.xml. That's all. And there is a goal is package. That's awesome. This is what MVN package I'm talking about. Maven package. Maven in short we will call as MVN. Okay, MVN package. Save it. Awesome. The build process is done. What exactly you need to do next? I need to take care of the build a Docker file. So you type the Docker here. There you can see a Docker, a special task, build and push. Click on add button. Click here, team. So once you are here, there it is talking about the container registry. Once you are the containerist, you created a containerist very clearly today. Docker hyphen, I believe, Docker hyphen HR hyphen SP is the one exactly you created. The funny thing here is, Tim, when you select this task is doing two activities. Sudo docker build hyphen t, if you recall, sudo docker build hyphen t image name dot, and also sudo docker push image name. Two commands usually we will try by using terminal. We practiced a lot. Those two will be done by this particular task automatically. Okay, that's exactly the advantage you can get in DevOps, Azure DevOps. Now it is asking container repository. Where is the container repository? I don't see any repository. What it is asking, I know and I understand I need to go to this registry. Then what exactly the repo name we need to create? That's what exactly it is telling. Okay, please go there and create a repo name as Springboot /app. Okay, something like that. Okay, and the command is build and push. That's also awesome. That's a simple command, a direct command. Click on the three dot symbol and open this particular project. Select the Docker file here. You need to key in your Docker file as an input here, team. No need to do anything. Just ignore. Once that is done, save. Next important task. You build a image and you pushed also. Now I'm just doing one activity because I may need my artifacts maybe for the purpose. That's why I'm just taking copy files or publish artifacts. Okay, you can use any one of those things. Okay, publish artifacts or copy files. For example, I'm just going for the copy files. I believe, copy files. I'm just taking the copy files here. Copy files from where to where? Yes, I want to copy from target, especially on the target folder. Is it true? Is it target is available here? No, target will be available inside the backend.java. Please understand it. So you need to give something like this. If you recall the same, your React also you did the same thing. Okay, to publish an artifact, you properly refer where exactly your build folder is sitting. Where your build folder is sitting, based on that one only you referred it in, right? Similar to that. Okay, I'm just copying whatever is available in the target folder, everything to be available at my staging directory. I'm just copying my staging directory, just paste over there. That's awesome. And finally, one more, build artifact publishing. Okay, just go for the build artifact, especially publish build artifact. Just select this particular publish build artifacts. There it is already referred in the staging directory. You are submitting that one to the drop folder. That's really awesome. Save it. Okay, everything is good, team. And the pipeline section also, please modify your pipeline to Docker. Okay, so now if you modify this one to the Docker, you need to change this here, not on the agent. Okay, so on the pool. Okay, that's exactly the thing we need to do. Everything is awesome, team. That's all you need to do, team. Everything is cleared already. This is what exactly the build process of your Docker Spring Boot project. Thank you for the session. See you in the next part.